Hello, welcome back to Sacred Vapes, the channel that aims to bring you the views and experiences of products in the market today, brought to you by an average vapor. Now, this review's been a few months in the making. I actually forgot I had it for quite a while, so I've been using it on and off. I mean, I have used it end of last week, started this week as well, solidly, just to get a real feel for it. But yeah, very interesting piece of kit actually. It's this, the Vaptio Vex 100. Now, Vaptio, strange company. They make really good mods, almost amazing mods, from what I've said about the Captain and the Super Cape. And they don't seem to ship outside the UK that much, so it's very hard to get hold of their products. I mean, talking to one of you guys the other day in the comments, and they pointed out they couldn't get the Super Cape. And when I looked myself, it wasn't there. There was no shops having it. So it's really interesting. The Vaptio can potentially make really good devices, but then make it very hard for customers to buy them. A little bit strange thing for me, but hopefully this is something that you can ship a lot easier to the UK, especially because it's not a bad little kit for what it is. But we'll get talking about it now. First of all, let's give her a vape. Now what you get the Paragon tank, which I won't go into much detail about on this one. You check that out on the Super Cape video, talk about it a lot more. But you get the Paragon tank and you get the Vex 100 mod. Now the tank, I'll do a quick run through. Replaceable A10 drip tip, bottle adjustable airflow. I think it's 7mm bubble glass, 7 or 8mm, I can't remember off the top of my head. You get a 0.2 coil and a 0.4 coil, both mesh. And we'll get talking about the main event here, it's the mod. Now from the name of it, I'm always getting Destiny references. If you ever played Destiny, you'll know what I mean. You fight against the Vex in it. So yeah, it's a very interesting name. It appeals to me. But what the mod is, it's a single battery device. It's 21700s, 2700s and 18650s with a battery adapter. It comes with bottom battery clasp. Take it off, and then there's your, so I'm using the 21700. Simply push it back into place and it's closed. Now the mod itself, it's kind of like an oval cylinder shape. It comes with USB port at the bottom, comes with 2 navigation buttons, and it comes with a digital display. Now it's a very simple device this, because it's not got many options. It's just a straight wattage mod. It's very similar to something like the Arcus that came out back in November. There's no temperature control, there's no fancy chips with VCR and whatever built in. It's just a wattage device. So it only comes with 2 controls. The first one is, as you can see, you get the wattage and 3 clicks, and that takes you to the battery indicator. So these batteries are full, as you can see. As the battery goes down, battery level drops on the little picture. Now to adjust the wattage, up and down on the buttons, as you can see. Now the screen's seems to be placed on the right hand side, so it's going to be upside down if you're right-handed. You have to hold it like that. It's a little bit awkward. It's more suited for a left-hander like me. Now we'll get into the pros and cons of this now. First pro for me is it's a light device. A lot of the weight is coming from that battery inside and from the tank on the top, so the device itself is quite light. If you're going to put a much smaller tank on the top, you'd notice how light it is there as well. The quick firing mod, as you can see, as Vaptio normally bring out now. So yeah, you get very responsive via mod. Buttons are nice and clicky. The plastic mods design is plastic, but it feels quite nice in the hand. Doesn't feel too cheap to me. The tops are only going to hold 25mm, maybe, yes, 25mm. So you're not going to be putting giant things on this. It's a Pro that it comes with the Paragon tank and not a lesser tank. You know, as I've said in the past about it, it is a good tank. You know, it's a nice solid kit tank. You know, do you really well. Now, battery clasp, not had any openings from there whatsoever. That's a Pro for me. Next Pro is going to be battery life. Battery life can be 4 to 5 hours off a single 21700. So obviously, if you use a 18650, that you're not going to get anywhere near that. But yeah, as a single 21700 device, 4 or 5 hours with regular usage, I can't complain at that. Only the fact that my batteries take so long to charge that it's not an efficient thing for me. But yeah, and I like that design of the digital display. The fact that it's so simple, big Pro. You know, because it's just meant to be a simple device. You know, it looks a little bit classy. So yeah, I quite like that. Other than that, there isn't much else I can talk about with this. So we'll get into the cons of it now. Now the first con for me, well, it's not for me, but for some people it's going to be the fact that it's a plastic body. That is going to be an issue if people prefer something more solid, but you know, it doesn't really bother me, but it may bother you. Next con for me, it's personal opinion. All this two-tone design, you've got the black on the top with the digital display. Would have been nice if they had something that stretched out and made it really bold. You know, like one of them futuristic billboards with things going across. You know, it'd be quite cool if you had something moving across there, or you know, anything like that. Or even the battery indicators, that would have looked quite cool. So I think it's a bit of a wasted space on the top. If you're right-handed, like I said before, it might be a bit awkward to see that, because you'd be on that side of the mod. The fact that it's only 25mm, that's going to be a con if you wanted to use a bigger RTA or RDA on top of this. You know, it's not going to fit it. So other than that, there really isn't any other cons. It's just a very, very simple device. There's not much else I can really say. You know, there's been no markings on this. You know, design's quite smooth. You know, it grips in your hand well enough. You know, again, positives. So overall now, and it's not a bad kit. This is going to run the risk of Vaptio's pricing campaign, for the fact that they sell these mods at such a high price that it's not worth buying them. But the minute they drop you can get them into UK stores, like the Captain did back in August, September. And when it got to these shores, it was getting priced at about £50, and it was very popular. You know, a lot of people did buy it on the basis of that. So if they actually come out, get this into the UK and price this about £30 maybe, you know, £30-35 at the push if you're going to be selling the Paragon tank with it. You know, that's going to be a good value. But if you're paying like £50-60 for something like this, you're going to be disappointed for the fact that it's such a simple device. It works really well, does its job. You know, is this something that I'd recommend? Yes, but it's going to be such a niche market. A regulated single battery device like this, it's not good. There's not, from my experience anyway, there isn't any like rush for a single 21700 device. People want the two for the extra battery life, so it's a niche. It's going to be in a niche market. But like I said about the Have a Firefly, that definitely did have a niche market, and I have seen people grow to love that device. So if you're wanting something simple, something light, something that's just wattage, no messing about, this could well be for you. This at the right price point. and in the UK. But yeah, we'll wrap it up now. As always, thank you for watching, really appreciate it. Next week I'm going to start bringing you 2 reviews that I've been working on, or doing them last week, and I'll be using them this week. It's going to be either, because I haven't decided yet, or maybe even both, either the Vaporesso Scare Tank or the iJoy Shogun mod. But so, if I get a chance to, I may review both of them next weekend. But as always, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm going to drop a link in the comments below to a Facebook group I've set up. You know, if you guys want to get involved with the channel that way, you know, entirely up to you. But I'll drop the link down there anyway. But yeah, as always, stay safe. And keep vaping.